Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your What You Need to Know Right Now reading. The main reason I was pulled to do these readings was because of the lunar eclipse we had in the sign of Taurus. So I really wanted to see how it's affecting each sign. So these are going to be shorter versions. Your monthly reading is already done. I'll connect it to the end of the reading for you. I feel like they'll speak to each other, so check it out if you want. But let's go ahead and let's get into your reading. We're going to use two different decks. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot as our clarifiers, or to go, let's say, a level deeper. And we're going to use the Psychic Tarot for your main spread. Let me go ahead and bring the lid down a little bit. We'll give it a shuffle or two. Everything's pre-shuffled. Make sure my volume's up. Okay. Give it one more. Let's give them a cut. And let's begin. We have the Six of Swords. Here it says, moving on. What am I moving on from? Well, I'm moving on from the Five of Swords. That tells me that, it's sometime in your life, well, probably recently, there had been some type of toxic energy around you, whether it be of people, whether it be your own thoughts, whether it be your thoughts due to other people, communication, difficult communication. But this is you moving on from that. This is you seeing it and then making a change, which I feel like good for you. Six of Swords isn't the easiest energy, but what it really tells you is there's only a little bit of choppy waters you need to get through. And once you get through those, much more calmer waters. Like you're heading for a new location. We have sacrifice. Sacrifice. That is the strength card. We have movement, choices, and decisions. Movement, choices, and decisions. This is the Two of Pentacles. It's like there's all these doors that I can choose. Two of Pentacles. They call it the Juggler's card. I feel like it's more like using my logical mind to decide which direction I want to go. And then, hello, Two of Cups. Interesting, I literally just got done doing Capricorn's reading, and they also got the Two of Cups in a different deck. And I'm only saying that because some of you might relate. But it's also interesting we have two twos here. You're moving on, or you've moved on from one situation. I feel like it's taken time to recover. And I also feel like, listen, there may have been things and people that I had to leave behind. But I feel like if I had to leave them behind, I had to leave them behind. There's a reason. I feel some of you are being called, or you had been called towards this soulmate energy, because the soulmate, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Swords are mirroring each other. See what's on the bottom of the deck? Well, we have the Sun. So we have double Leo on the board, by the way. The Sun. First of all, that would explain the Six of Swords, because in the Sun's energy, nothing can hide. All is revealed. Anything done in the dark will come to the light. And here is the light. And I feel like something had been illuminated to you. And that illumination I feel like, I don't want to say made you, but I feel like made your choice of moving on much easier. Almost like I understand it's not going to be easy, but I definitely feel it's the right thing. Alright, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot and let's go around these. First of all, I love that you have the Sun and the Two of Cups. You know, first of all, it also, I keep saying first of all, with the Sun here and the Two of Cups, I feel like if I'm just meeting this person, or if this person is on my path, that's what it feels like. Like, maybe I don't even know this person's on my path, but they are. Maybe I do know that, and maybe I'm making you know, like an educated decision to move forward, maybe move towards them. Two twos. Definitely talking about some type of partnership. Alright, let's go around this, guys. We have the Nine of Swords. You know, that's excess worry. It's unnecessary worry is really what this speaks of. And if I don't get it in check, it'll show itself through my body in different ways. Sleepless nights, isolation, can turn into depression. The Sun doesn't want that to happen. That's why it's illuminating this for you. It's also telling you it's unnecessary. You know, it makes sense because I feel like there probably had to be some type of change here. And any change, even if it's good change, still can feel difficult. Now, I do feel like you're leaving, or you have left some difficult energy behind. And I kind of feel like that's exactly, I feel like you're just doing, you know, what your soul is calling you to do. This is really the human mind. Overthinking, overanalyzing. I can think of a million reasons why I should leave, but then my mind starts turning and twisting and thinking, well, you won't be okay, but you will be okay. 9 wants you to reflect on that. I feel like you already have, though, to be honest. We have the King of Cups. Can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Doesn't have to be. We have the Sun. Again. Look at this. We have the Six of Swords. You know what I find interesting is I feel like we're seeing two people's journey. And I feel like there's a lot of similarities between their journeys. Not only do I feel like it's almost like maybe these two people already know each other. You know, and maybe I was in a relationship over here and they were in a relationship over here, but neither was serving us, right? My relationship wasn't serving me, their relationship wasn't serving them. Now, whether you already know each other and this is a plan to come together, I feel like it's about to come together. Now, if you do not know them, I just feel like you're meeting someone who has very similar experiences to you. Very similar lessons to you. Well, you're soulmates. Let's go right below it. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Let's get all of our cards out and we'll talk about this. We have the Two of Wands. Someone made a decision. Someone made a decision to move forward in their life. Someone faced everything. You know what I mean? Like someone had the guts to really look at what was no longer serving them. What had now, it's like, I don't know. I feel like, I gave a lot, and I gave a lot, and I gave a lot. But I didn't receive back. Not in the way that I had hoped, anyway. Sometimes I feel like, though, it's divine kind of saving you from our own free will choices. Two of Wands. You're making a decision to absolutely go forward. This is also a change in perception, change in your perspective, especially with the sun right above that. I feel like this is not an energy where in the Nine of Swords, like, I'm going to overthink it. No. Two of Wands, I'll think about it later. I'm going to start moving forward. And then the Four of Wands, I feel like some of you are changing locations. And the changing of location is also changing the people in your life. And I feel like that's where you're finding this Two of Cups. Now, maybe you're not changing like complete location. I still feel like there's movement, right? There's still movement from one thing to the next. Almost like I feel like the Death card should be here for a closing of a door. Four of Wands. This is about your foundation also. And it's interesting because we have two twos and now a four. It's like these two twos have come together in the four. And this is really about starting this. If this is going to be a new relationship, I want to start it with the best foundation I can. Probably didn't have it over here, but I can have it here. Listen, this Five of Swords can be anything or anybody. It can be family. What I feel like happens is those Five Swords, can be very difficult communication, can be ignorant communication, but I feel like what happened is it landed within your thought system. And I feel like the sun is like breaking you free from that. It's almost like I blame myself for those Five Swords, but this is saying don't blame yourself, right? Know your part in it. Sometimes I just stay too long. Just know your part in it, but don't put blame upon yourself, especially with the Seven of Pentacles here, because Seven of Pentacles, first of all, does speak about patience. But it does speak about your soul seed of intention, what your soul wanted to experience in your lifetime, in this lifetime. And listen, it's not always like beautiful and glorious, roses and sunshine. Sometimes it's thorns and link fences and, like chain fences. And we have to learn how to see it and then break ourselves free from it. But there's a lot to learn from it. Don't regret. There's no need when you see the Seven of Pentacles. It just means your soul has learned something very valuable. And it's something that will stay with you forever, for eternity. This Knight of Wands did show in reverse. And I feel like it's just passion. I feel like someone just lost the passion for their life. Lost their passion for a person. I want to look at this King of Cups. We have the Hermit. I don't know why we got so many cards. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Empress. Beautiful. And then we have the Wheel. The Hermit. Card of Virgo, first of all. But this is exactly what I was feeling like the wisdom that I'm gaining from my experiences, and the experiences do not feel easy. Again, I feel like there must have been like tough communication, untruths, all that, and it landed like again within you. I feel like your guides are doing their job, and that's why the sun is out, not just for you but also for someone else. And it is to illuminate that. It is to illuminate everything, right? So that you can move forward. The wisdom, the Hermit, interesting, 2 9s here, 9 of Swords against the Hermit. Well, one time I feel like I was probably in that 9 of Swords energy. Everything worried me. I talked myself out of everything. But something changed. Something changed within you. Because, I feel like this Hermit is emerging from the cave. Emerging. So, he has this his beacon of light, that is illuminating this 9 of Wands. This 9 of Wands talks about one's own responsibilities. Some of them, yes, it was my responsibility. But some of them can be of other people's, I want to look at that. Like, did I tend to put all the responsibility on my shoulders? I feel like it's important that I have this reflection, especially with the Empress here, because the Empress is always honest and truthful with herself. She's got the sun right above her too. Think of the Empress, very creative, loving, nurturing, strong, wise, all of that. This is not someone who stops or blocks her opportunities. She trusts her energy. And she's sitting right next to the wheel. And this wheel's coming right over the 2 of Cups. I know we're looking at this King. All right, well, let's look at the 2 of Cups over here with all this information. 7 of Cups, making a decision about something. Why would it be difficult? Why would it be difficult? We have Temperance, divine timing, card of Sagittarius, by the way. We have the Fool, and then look at this, we have the Magician. First of all, 3 major arcanas, boom, boom, boom. We're looking at the 2 of Cups. Temperance is the first one, can certainly be Sagittarius, but this talks about divine timing, much like 7 of Pentacles, patience for allowing something to fully develop. The Empress, she doesn't give birth to her ideas until she's ready to give birth to them. You know what I mean? And then we have the Fool. So I feel like this is free and clear energy. Listen, it could certainly talk about 2 people who are in relationships, who are both kind of breaking free, whether they know that they're heading towards each other already or whether it's just happening naturally. I feel like it's happening. Because then you have the Magician. So, I feel like, with the Fool here, it's like Temperance is saying, this is about divine timing, right? And we can trust in divine timing. Sometimes we're waiting on the universe, to bring us divine timing. And other times the universe is waiting on us. When I see the Fool, I feel like it's more about waiting on us. It's waiting for us to clear our energy of the past, right? And why? Because that energy, listen, I'm keeping the wisdom. I'm putting it in my little tool bag. That's all the Fool takes with him, is his little knapsack. And that's just everything that he needs to make it on this next journey. Well, divine is sitting right next to the Fool. And then the first person the Fool meets in Tarot is the Magician. And the Magician is there to teach the Fool that you already have everything that you need to be successful on this next journey. It is step by step, right? It's not moving too quickly because you want to enjoy each in every moment. It's also teaching the Fool that the Fool has the great power to manifest the type of life that the Fool really would like to manifest, right? But it does require, well, a sacrifice. And I feel like the sacrifice is knowing what is toxic to me, who is toxic to me, who holds me back, do I want to continue to, all of that. I feel like that Nine of Swords, you have reflected upon it. And with the Hermit over it, like you've gained some valuable wisdom. And now you're about to manifest. Feels like the Two of Cups. I don't know how else to say it. Two of Wands. I'm going to take a step into it. The Wheel. Destiny. Divine timing. The Fool. Free and clear. I do feel like two people are freeing themselves. So that makes sense. And then ultimately, the manifestation of these two cups. These two people who are soulmates. I feel like if you question, like you have like some uncertainty, which, I feel like you have the ability to clear that. Trust your wisdom, trust your intuition, trust what you feel above all, because again, the sun is going to help illuminate, but you need to trust what you see, what you feel at the same time. Moving into the Empress status, I feel like I'm no longer worried so much about it, because I don't know, I feel like I just got my shit together. And I feel like the same for them. The same for them. All right. Well, I'm trying to think, what was your monthly about? But honestly, I'm sorry, I cannot remember. But I will connect it to the end of the reading. But I think I'm going to leave it there. Who knows? I may do another in a week or so of what you need to know right now, just to even follow up on this. Because I feel like there's two people coming together, and two people who have gone through similar situations where they had to leave, they left their past in the past. And now they're about to begin on a new journey. And it feels full of love and excitement. I think you just got to trust. All right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you so much. I thank you for everything you do for me and the channel. Couldn't be here without you. So much gratitude. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.